the case was, for example, people in Portugal, let's say, I don't know, JavaScript developer, something easy. And yeah, we were looking at 2,400 results, and say we would be looking for JavaScript developers who used I know, TypeScript. We can just add to the keywords. Sorry, not the keywords, but to skills. To skills. And we will go from 2,400 to 500 people who in Portugal have the title JavaScript developer and TypeScripting skills, right? And the confusing part was, what if we want to find people who also have experience with React.js? So what they did is they just entered it here as another skill, React.js, right? Because it feels somehow natural. But what is interesting is that it goes from 500 to 899 at the search results. Right, so it is very counterintuitive because it feels like that when you add one more skill, it will zoom into the audience you wanted, right? Who has the TypeScript experience and React.js, right? But it actually does the opposite. If you were to write a Boolean operator, then it would be TypeScript or React.js.
And why is that, Michael? It's very strange that adding one word, you get more results.
Well, because it is either or. So it finds you people who have the job title JavaScript developer in Portugal with skill either TypeScript or React.js.
I see.
Which also is somehow logical, because if you put Spain here, then you don't expect people who are in Portugal and Spain at the same time, right? That would be nonsense. So also it has either Portugal or Spain, right?
Yeah.
So the same or logic applies in this case. And then that's why we write all these Boolean operators, because this is super confusing and it doesn't get you to the desired result, because we essentially yesterday, for example, we wanted to see people who have TypeScript and React experience. And they did exactly this, like, okay, so let me just type TypeScript and React.js right here. But what they actually should have done was to write skills TypeScript and React.js. And this would get you from those 500 people to maybe 200. Yeah, 254 or 45 who have both TypeScript and React.js experience. But we got 899 because LinkedIn interpreted it as or. So TypeScript or React.js, 900 results.
Yeah, it's very clear now.
Quite interesting, isn't it? So this is super confusing. That's why I always like to use the Boolean instead of just click here, because this is very confusing. But if you write Boolean, then it is not confusing anymore. It is very straightforward. And the second thing, which I also noticed yesterday, was the how to say, like when you combine and or without brackets, then it also breaks.
It happened to me yesterday, that.
Yeah, also, but also in the group with expiries, because it just feels natural. You just type, okay, I want people who have experience with TypeScript or React.js and also with Node.js. So when you say it out aloud, then it somehow feels logical and natural, but the way the system interprets it is always, it puts together those that are connected with AND operator. Luca, it would be better if next time you connect on a desktop, because then you cannot really see this, right?
I can see it now.
Yeah.
I'm really close to it.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So that's why when you are combining and or operators in one Boolean, then make sure to always use brackets, because then you will not make a mistake. It will be TypeScript or React, one of these two, and the third one, right? So
yeah, that's a good tip, because it narrows down the search results instead of extending it.
Yes, and in this case, it would do something different as you intended, because what the way it works now, it people who have either TypeScript or React.js, but as soon as you add TypeScript, or what was it,
React,
and once you add and Node.js, then it first interprets as React and Node.js, so it will find people who have both React and Node.js, or people who have TypeScript. So either TypeScript or React and Node.js, which is completely different than what we wanted. We wanted people who have either TypeScript or React and Node.js. But I mean, this is a just made up list of attributes, so it may not really make sense to look for people this way. But I just want to show you what to be aware of, because a lot of people make this mistake, and it's not easy. But once you get a good grasp on it, it's not rocket science. Just keep this in mind when you combine or and operators. Then you should always use brackets.